Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we were talking about point of view. In that last video, we did some review and I made a mistake. I don't know if you can tell what mistake I made, but I accidentally named it second point of view instead of third point of view. Anyways, we're learning first point of view and third point of view. And you're probably wondering, what are you talking about? But I'm going to tell you, I promise. All right, so starting right here. When you read a story, there's usually a first, second, and third person. So that's who is telling the story. So when a person is telling it in first person, that means one of the characters is telling the story. So that person is in the book. It's saying I, my, we, our. But third person point of view, that means the author or the narrator is telling the story. They know everything that's going on, but they use words like he, she, they, them, their, him, her. Excuse me. So first person, they're actually in the story. They're a part of it. They're telling it. Third person is just like, imagine this little voice in the background telling the story. For me, when I remember third person, I think of I think of someone telling the story and it going down in front of me. Like everything that's happening in the story is happening. So like someone is telling it, but they're not in the story. They're telling you what's happening. Some clue, what was that? Clue words are he, she, they, them, his, her, all that good stuff. All right, let's get started with our read aloud. I can't wait to show you. This book is so funny. Now, if I could just get there, that would be so amazing. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, Miss Marcel has to share her screen, doesn't she? Yes, she does. All right, this book is called Frog and Toad Are Friends. So I want you to think about what point of view this is being told in. Frog ran up the path to Toad's house. He knocked on the front door and there was no answer. Toad! Toad! Shouted Frog. Wake up! It is spring! Blah, said a voice from the inside of the house. Toad! Toad! The sun is shining! The snow is melting! Wake up! I'm not here, said the voice. Frog walked into the house and it was dark. All the shutters were closed. Toad, where are you? Called Frog. Go away, said the voice from a corner of the room. Toad was lying in bed. He had pulled all the covers over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of bed and he pushed him out of the house and out on the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. Help, said Toad. I can't see anything. Don't be silly, said Frog. What you see is the clear, warm light of April, and it means that we can begin a whole new year together. Toad, think of it, said Frog. We will skip through the meadows and run through the woods and swim in the river. In the evenings, we will sit right here on the front porch and count the stars. You can count them, said Frog, said Toad. I will be too tired. I'm going back to bed. Toad went back into the house. He got into the bed and pulled the covers. But Toad, cried Frog, you'll miss all the fun. Listen, Frog, said Toad. How long have I been asleep? You have been asleep since November, said Frog. Well then, said Toad, a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up at about 1:30 May. Good night, Frog. But Toad, said Frog, I will be lonely until then. Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on top. Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page and the January page and the February page and the March page, and he came to the April page. And Frog tore off the April page too. Then Frog ran back to Toad's bed. Toad, wake up. It's May now. What? Said Toad. Can it be May so soon? Yes, said Frog. Look at your calendar. Look, Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was at the top. Why, it is May, said Toad. He climbed out of bed, and then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring. The story. One day in summer, Frog was not feeling well. Oh, so that's one story. So what was the what point of view was this being told? Did you see I, me, or we, or she, or he, she, they, will, and another name, right? So first person and third person. First person, that means the character is in the story and they're telling it from their point of view. That means they're saying I, me, we, our. Or is the third person telling the story like a narrator? They were saying Frog, they were saying Toad. They were looking down at the story and telling you what was happening, right? So tell me what point of view this was. See you later. Bye.